I really need to understand the obsession with guys and their exes, because you guys really love your exes. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Vanessa. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You already know the vibes, and yes. Okay, so as you've seen from today's title, I'm gonna be telling you guys about the first time I was cheated on by my first ever boyfriend, you guys. So this was back in 2016, right? 2016, I was in grade 9. So I had this squad, like, okay, I can't really call, okay, but anyway, it's a squad. It was a squad at that day. So yeah, like my friends used to go to this tuition center, right? I never used to go there, but they used to go to this tuition center. If you know, if you're from Livingston, you've heard of Queen's Park. Yeah, so my friends used to go for tuitions by Queen's Park. Okay, don't forget to keep Queen's Park in your mind because it's going to be important. Okay, so every time they'll go for tuitions, like, you know, they'll go for tuitions, then the next day they'll come to school, and in class they'll be talking about what happened there, you know. And like the teacher there is really fun. Like he taught me in grade 7 before, and he also taught my other siblings, like my older siblings. So my parents are well aware of him and they know him. And he's such a fun teacher. Like I know because I've been taught by him before. So yeah, my friends would always come back with stories. Oh no this, oh no that. Funny how you go for tuitions, you live in the moment, then you go to school the next day, and then you just talk about it. So it became irritating for me because like I didn't know what they were talking about, and like I never used to go there. So when they're talking, I'm just looking lost, like I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. So I decided, okay, I also want to start going for tuitions. So I told my mom, like, Mommy, I want to start going for tuitions by Queen's Park. Yeah. And then she didn't really refuse because she knows the man. So she's like, oh, okay, fine, yeah, sure. So yeah, she paid for me. Monday came, I started going for tuitions. Now, you know, I was fitting in, you know, living in the moment. We'd do the same thing, go for tuitions, chill, come back to school, talk about what happened at tuition. You know, it became a daily thing, right? So this is where things get interesting. All my friends had boyfriends or situationships or whatever at that time. Yeah, I was the only one who was like single. I didn't really have a boyfriend at that time. The feeling left out feeling started again because this time, I don't know, like they just switched. They would always talk about, oh no, my boyfriend is, my boyfriend that. Now I'm feeling left out. I'm like, yo guys, first you're talking about tuitions, I was feeling left out. I come for tuitions, now everybody has a boyfriend and I don't have a boyfriend. I'm like, yo, I could live with that anyway. Like it was cool. It didn't really bother me or faze me. So yeah, I'd go for tuitions every day. Like I was so happy because now I had something to talk about with these people. Yeah. And then, okay, now this is where things get interesting for you. This is where things get interesting, right? So I start eyeing this guy. So in this story, we're gonna call this boy Leon. I was a Violetta fan back then, so I'm just gonna call him Leon. So yeah, we're gonna call this boy Leon. I started eyeing Leon, right? But then I wasn't that type of a girl to like approach a guy and go talk to him. Like no, I was the shy type. I don't think I'm that shy anymore. But then I was the shy type, so there's no way I was going to go to a guy and be like, oh hi, like no, that's just not me. So you know, I was just eyeing him from a distance. My friends knew that I liked him, yeah, and he was friends with one of my friends' boyfriends, like my squad. So yeah, two of them. So this one time, my friend's boyfriend goes to her and tells her that, oh, Leon likes your friend Vanessa. And then she's like, oh yeah. Then my friend comes to tell me that, oh, Leon likes you. You guys, I was excited. I was happy. I'm like, oh my god. So I like him. He likes me. Like, it was the best day of my life. I'm like, I was really happy. So you know, I was too shy still, like I couldn't talk to him. Even when he wants to talk to me, I would be scared that like Leon wants to talk to you. I'll be like so scared because I don't know, he was my first boyfriend, you know, so I was really scared. Anyway, fast forward, we decided to make things official, okay? We decided to date. We're like, okay, fine, let's date. Okay, so now Vanessa has a boyfriend. Now you know, everybody has a boyfriend, everybody's happy. Now this is where the touching part comes in, you guys. Till this day, this is what happened. So Leon, no, actually it was on a Friday. No, yeah, it was on a Friday. I didn't go for tuitions that day. I can't remember why, but I went straight home. Like from school, I went home. And then my friends went to school. Monday comes, I go to school. You know, the energy is just weird because normally when I go to school, I'll find my friends outside because I'd always go late. Okay, not really late, but then they were always there before me. So when I go, I'll leave my bag in class, then we'll just stand outside and chill before we go pray in class and stuff like that. Yeah, so the energy is just weird, you know, like I see them, like, you know, they're like together, they're talking. I don't know what they're talking about. Then when I reach, everybody just becomes quiet. So in my head, I'm like, what's up, man? They're like, go put your bag, hurry up, go put your bag. Okay. So I go to class, drop my bag, and I come back to them, and then I'm like, what's going on? Like, what's the story? And then they tell me, okay, so I said I had 4 friends, right? So this particular one is going to be important. We're going to call her, I'm trying to think of the name. We're going to call her, all the names just, we're going to call her Mabel. I don't know for some reason, Mabel. So yeah, we're going to call her Mabel. Okay, so, and then all my friends say, Mabel, you tell her. And then I'm like, tell me what? I'm like, Mabel, you tell her, you tell her. Okay, so I'm standing like, oh, what's going on? Then Mabel comes up to me and she's like, oh, okay, so yesterday me and Leon kind of kissed, but then we were drunk, and then, so in my head, you know, everything is spinning. Like I can't, like, what do you mean you and Leon? Because first of all, you're supposed to be my close friend. He's my boyfriend. Like, why would you guys even do that? And then I was in shock, you guys. Like, I was just in shock because, like, I really liked Leon, and then he just did that. So it's like, yeah, she's trying to explain, like, now I was drunk. So, you know, I was just like, you know what? I just like walked away, went back to class. I think my whole day was ruined. Funny how I didn't really cry or anything, but then when it was time to go home, then the tears decided to start falling. Right now it's funny, but back then I was going to kill myself. I'm like, you know, I just want to die. Because anyway, I really cried. And I remember it was a half day that day for some reason. I can't remember why. So after class, I decided to go to my best friend's house. You know, she was within our squad as well. So I decided to go to my best friend's house. I'm like, let's go to your place because I don't want to go home. I don't want to be alone. Fine. So as we are going to my best friend's house, guess who decides to tag along? Mabel. Mabel decides, okay, she's also coming to my best friend's house. So in my head, I'm like, you've seen me going this side, and then you also want to come when you know you're the reason why I'm like this right now. But anyway, it's not my house, so I can't do anything. So Mabel came with us. So I went to my best friend's house, the 3 of us, me, my best friend, and Mabel went to the house. And then I kept on crying there. Like, I was just crying. I was crying, you guys, because it was so sad. And then funny how Mabel starts crying as well. So in my head, I'm like, why are you crying when you're the one who has caused all these problems? You are the one who went to kiss my boyfriend. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? So yeah, I cried, and then it was time for us to go for tuitions now, right? I was so ready to face this boy, you guys, because I was like so angry. I'm like, I'm going to kill you today, you know. I go for tuitions, that confidence went. I started crying again, and I started crying the whole time. Crying and crying. So my friends tell Leon that, oh, yo, Vanessa knows what happened yesterday, and she's upset with you. But Leon was scared to come talk to me. So the friends were telling him, go talk to her, go talk to her, go talk to her. So he came to me. He gave me a really stupid explanation saying, no, I was drunk, and then my friends were like holding my hands back, you know, so I couldn't even like push her away or do anything, you know. Gave me that story. So I was so upset. I'm like, you still kissed her, you allowed it to happen. Do you know what I did to him, you guys? Do you know what I did? I forgave him. I forgave him. I'm like, okay, it's fine, man. It's fine. I forgave him. Like, I forgave him. That's how stupid I was. That's very dumb. I forgave him. To this day, I'm still like, anyway, I forgave him. We got back together. Everything was cool. But me and that girl, there was bad blood because there's no way you're going to be my friend. And it's something stupid that girls do, yeah? Like when your boyfriend cheats, you're going to be upset with the girl, but then you won't be upset with the guy. because in most situations the girl doesn't owe you loyalty as much as the guy owes you loyalty, because he's your boyfriend, she's your nothing. But then in this case, she was my friend, like she was one of my best friends and he was my boyfriend, so she did owe me loyalty. But then fake. So anyway, that passed, right? And then we were cool. We tried to keep on dating. We were cool, you know. We were cool. It was a good relationship. I think I can't really remember how the relationship was. Like, if I was genuinely happy, I can't really remember because it was a long time ago. But I remember that was in the relationship. And then, guys, now this is where. So he cheated on me once, right? Now here's where strike 2 comes in. That was the period when we were having our exams, final exams actually. Yeah. So this one time, I'm in the exam room, right? We're about to start writing, and then I was sitting next to my friend. And then, so before we start writing, before they even give us our papers, whatever, she whispers to me saying, Leon cheated on me yesterday. He kissed his ex. He was with his ex yesterday, and then they kissed, and then whatever. She told me like a lot, but then the only thing I remember vividly is her saying they kissed. I'm like, how? What? First of all, I'm like, why are you telling me this? I'm literally about to write a paper right now, and you know how I get. I'm obviously going to start crying and stuff like that. So why would you tell me that now? I ended up writing my exams when I was sad and depressed because I thought I was in love at that time. So like I was really sad and depressed. But then I remember leaving the exam room first. I was one of the first people to leave because I was just really sad and hurt. Thank God I passed, honestly, because I would have failed over rubbish. But yeah, like, so he cheated again with his ex this time. And then I was just really mad. Like, I just broke up with him over a text because I'm like, you know what, you can't keep doing this to me. You're playing with me. 1 minute you told me you want to be with me, the next you told me, you know, giving me different stories. It's like, no, Vanessa, I love you. No, I'm like, you don't love me, because why are you doing this right now? Like, you cheated on me with my friend, and then now you go back to your ex. And you know that time, like, you know how back then we had this thing where if you're dating an Emmanuel, you're going to put something like EVO, Emmanuel's very own. If you're dating a Natasha, it's going to be NVO, Natasha's very own. TVO, Timila's very own, you know, such type of shit. Yeah, so I was CV. I was okay, so in this case is Leon. So I was LVO, right? Leon's very own. And then funny how my name is Vanessa, right? And the ex's name starts with a V as well. So when he would put things like VVO, I'm thinking like, is it Vanessa's very own or is it that girl's very own? Because no, her name also starts with V. You know, like I was just depressed, you guys. Like, this stuff doesn't make sense right now, but then back then it used to make a lot of sense. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. I broke up with him. I was like, you know what, I'm done. I was depressed for a really long time. I cried. It took a lot of months for me to get over him because I really thought I was in love. But then now when I think about it, it's really funny because nigga ain't even my type. Like, I'm sorry, but I mean, you're cute and all, but you just not my type anymore. So I don't even know why I was crying for you. Funny thing is that this nigga is still with like the girl he cheated on me with, not my close friend, like the ex-girlfriend who he kissed. They're still together to this day, and it makes me so happy. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cute. Like, they've literally lasted 2016, this is 2023, and they're still together. That's like so cute. I'm so happy for you. I feel like everything happens for a reason because they're obviously meant to be. Like, I don't think we would have lasted for this long, honestly. So I'm really happy for them. Like, that's how things were meant to happen. But still, you never had the right to hurt me. If you are watching this, you never had the right to hurt me, okay? Because I really loved you, but then you didn't. You just wanted to cheat on me. You wanted to play with me. But anyway, it's fine. Things happen for a reason. He's like really happy now, and I'm really happy for him. Like, genuinely happy for him because he looks happy, she looks happy, they look happy, so everybody's happy, you know. Anyway, so yeah, long story short, boys are bad. Don't date boys, just be single. And that's that. Period. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, you're a real G. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, turn on your post notifications so that you know every time I upload a new video. Share this with your friends and tell them to subscribe, and I really appreciate. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.